It's Friday, and you know what that means. A late start for this particular show? Thanks, NCAA basketball. Thanks a fucking lot. March Madness, bitch. March Madness all over the world. But anyway, I'm John Retton with my review of AEW Rampage, and yes, let's just get through it because there wasn't a lot of bad stuff on this show, but I'm starting to realize that AEW is pretty much just thrown in the towel when it comes to their Friday night show. Even when the matches are pretty good, I don't know. It just seems like they don't care. It seems like TNT doesn't care. The show is just there to simply exist. And basically AEW Thunder. Just an hour-long format, not 2 hours long. God forbid, if this is 2 hours every single week, they'd be extra phoned in. But anyway, Excalibur, Taz, Ricky Starks, and Jericho Aniston. Credit to Not Dr. Death on Twitter for coming up with that. I was really hoping that Jericho would not be on commentary anymore. I just don't think that you need 4 commentaries. You don't need Jericho Aniston yelling repeatedly, screeching like an old, drunk uncle as it were, and not really adding anything and doing that. That's entertainment, sports entertainment, this kind of stuff. We get it, Jericho. You're trying to be a heel and everything, and at this point, yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't like you, but now it just seems like you're trying too goddamn hard. Old Jericho yells at clouds. So, Darby Allin and the Butcher are already in the ring and have a match. Big man, little man stuff. Grandpa Sting, he was up way late for this series of tapings. They must have given him an extra energy shot of Ensure. I love Sting, but at this point he doesn't feel special. And I know they're paying him a boatload of cash. They have to be paying him at least $1 million a year. But I just don't see what... I love Sting. I do. I really love Sting. I'm glad he's getting to do some stuff. Maybe he's happy to be there, but this pairing with Darby, I don't think it needs to end. I just think that now it's just kind of like, okay, yeah, we got Darby and his grandpa. That's pretty much it. And also the Butcher is in better shape than he has been because he was out for a while with an injury and was touring with his band. And the Butcher and the Blade and all this stuff with the Hardy, or the Andrade family orifice, it doesn't mean anything. It's nothing even against the talent. No, you were all distracted by the bunny at ringside. I was here being perfectly innocent. There was a nice cloverleaf spot, and Darby did do a code red 20 seconds after getting bashed into the barricade and the steps, and hits a coffin drop and gets a count-out victory. That was about 15 minutes of national television when it probably should have been 10. They honestly should really try doing some video packages or do 5 matches in an hour. You don't need to have some of these matches go past 6 minutes, in my opinion. So, here's Andrade and Jose. Private Party jump from behind, and the Hardys gradually make their way to the ring with all the purpose of mall walkers at 8 a.m. in the morning. And then Matt basically says, hey, how about this? How about if you don't want to face us right now, we have an 8-man tornado tag on Dynamite. They just had a 6-man tornado tag at Revolution that, while not bad, was just a hot fucking mess. A hot, delicious fucking mess of insanity and weirdness and Sting flying through a whole bunch of goddamn tables for no goddamn reason. Yeah, let's do an 8-man tornado tag, because why not? Let's just hotshot the fuck out of this thing. And then Dan Lambert, the sheepish lion Dan Lambert, Scorpio Sky, and Paige were talking backstage. Lambert, talks up Scorpio Sky's undefeated streak. Paige says that, she's the hottest... she's going to be the hottest person on the AEW women's roster, literally and figuratively. And also, she said something about either jumping on trains or she's into trains. I'm not totally sure. And I'm going to move hastily on from that. In all seriousness, Paige is already doing better promos than half the goddamn roster because she's coming, from UFC and is part of Lambert's team, America's top team, I believe is how it is. Maybe it's American Top Team. I apologize if I got either of those wrong. Hopefully Paige is going to be a benefit. At least we're not going to get Paige Van Zant versus Brandy Rhodes, because nobody really wanted to see that. So Red Velvet took on Layla Hirsch. Velvet jump starts, Layla works on the arm, and man, this isn't a scene, it's a Russian arms race. Maybe that was not the best choice of words, but whatever. Let's put a Fall Out Boy reference once every few reviews. It wasn't bad. Again, it's another one that I felt went a little bit long, but at least they took it seriously. Was everything perfect? No, because Red Velvet is exuberant, but also sometimes overshoots stuff, and Layla is quite good. It wasn't the most offensive thing, and Statlander comes down and stops Layla from using the hook. Wait, I'm sorry, the ring hook, not hook. Had to do that because Hook will be on later, and by later I mean next week. And Layla was so distracted by that and the fact Statlander wasn't wearing pants, or maybe that's just me, that she got beat by Velvet. Okay. Also, Statlander not wearing pants, that's a bonus. So, QT and Aaron Solo were talking backstage about Hook, and he's going to give him the QT Certificate of Accomplishment. Also, QT referenced how his mom was checking on him and everything, and whatever, have a good relationship with your parents and everything. I just don't understand what this QT heel persona is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be where I'm just bored watching him? If so, mission accomplished. The House of Black make their entrance, and it's more like the House of Brack. I would actually prefer the House of Brack at this point. I like Malachi, I like Brody King, I like Buffy Matthews, as my friend Roxy said. Thank you very much for that, buddy. I'm very happy there's no wellness testing in AEW Matthews. Holy shit, my God, that is something else. He was always in great shape, but good fucking grief. They took on Bear Country and Fuego del Sol. This is certainly something. Del Sol got rocked by Brody King at one point, and there was some good stuff with Malachi. Like, some action in this was actually fine. Malachi does some good arm drags. It's just, I don't know. It just was three people that House of Black needed to beat, and Del Sol got pinned. So there you go. And then Penta, the Gravedigger, is there. Gravedigger! He's got a shovel and a gravestone for some reason. And Alex Aber Crypt Keeper. Why is he dressed like a creepy pope, and why is Penta why is this happening? Why? Why is this still happening? Oh, he's gone to a dark place. Why? He was already a guy that was doing incredibly crazy shit and snapping arms anyway. So now we're going to go back to Penta and Lucha Underground snapping arms and beating up Vampiro with Light Tooth for no reason? Whatever. So Keith Lee, he gets a pop with his entrance, and Caster did give him one good line about having Keith Lee running like Ted Cruz in a snowstorm, because Ted Cruz, like all people that think like Ted Cruz, is a little bitch. So, Lee and Caster had a match that was fine. Hobbs shows up and stands behind Starks at the announcer's table. Numbers game catches up to Keith Lee for a little bit. Caster takes over. Then Lee gloms him for a bit and eventually hits the BBC 1, 2, 3, or whatever the fuck they're calling it. I'm going to call it the BBC because Keith Lee slamming people and pounding them down with his BBC is funny to me. And then Hobbs and Starks run down to take care of Lee. The Acclaim join, and then Swerve, one guy, comes in with a chair and all the heels powder. And I love Swerve, and Swerve's a tough guy, and Lee's a tough guy. It was one guy with a chair. Whatever. Swerve and Lee, I guess, are going to team up, and that was it for Rampage. That's all I got, folks. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.